左のジャブを伸ばします。ボクシングテクニック、左を返したハリトーノフです。左、
ハリトーノフ選手のこのパンチの技術も急に進化してますね。
本当ですね。さあ目が離せません。一発を狙うハリトーノフ、左を伸ばすノゲイラです。ノゲイラが言いました、今までで一番コンディションがいいんですと。最高のコンディションできました。さあそのノゲイラが前に出てプレッシャーをかける。さあコマンドサンボの使い手はどう来るのか、生きるか死ぬか。
ノゲイラ選手の打撃の方がすごくリズム感ですね。
そうですね。
佐野さん、
はい、
ノゲイラはね、自分で前詰めてるんですよ。
これを狙ってました。さあノゲイラが、しかし首が決まるか。ハリトーノフが首を取っている。ノゲイラが
まだでも入ってないでしょ。
ハーフ
立ってますね。非常にこうゆっくり取りましたね。隙間を空けましたノゲイラ選手が。
ここはノゲイラ大丈夫のようです。表情はまだ大丈夫です。しかし
苦しかったらね、手でほどこうとするんですよ。
なるほど。しかしハリトーノフは離しません。
これあまり力を使うとハリトーノフ選手疲れますよ。そしてサイドポジションからマウントへ。ここはハリトーノフがそしてさあどうするか。三角か。しかしハリトーノフがすごいね今のシーン。すごいシーンだったね今。いやーどっちもすごい。取った方もね、ディフェンスした方もすごい外しました。さあハリトーノフどうするか。ノゲイラ選手はね、ハリトーノフ選手の足関節にちょっと注意するって言ってましたね。そしてパウンドがあるぞ。パンチがある。セームシュルトを粉々にしたパンチがあります。危ないぞ。足を抜いた。寝技では俺の方が上回っているだろう。ノゲイラはそう話した。しかしこの体勢どうか。この体勢からどんなドラマが待っているのか。グラウンドのコントロールはシュルト選手と比較にならないですからね、ノゲイラ選手。なるほど。ハリトーノフが入っていけるかどうか。捕まえたのはノゲイラ。さっきの一旦離して、さっきの三角から十字、あれがどういう影響をね心理的に与えるか。なるほどね。やっぱりすげえなという、気をつけなきゃいけないなという。ハリトーノフどう感じたか。それを強く持つと踏み込んで攻めていけないです。そうですね、いけなくなりますよね。三角が待っていると思うとなかなか攻めていけない。さあハリトーノフがここはやっぱノゲイラうまい。ね。ノゲイラがうまい。こういう体勢でのヒョードル選手の氷の拳何発も受けてますからね。なるほどね。さあしかしヒョードルと同じ、いやそれ以上の氷の拳を持っていますハリトーノフ。
佐野さん、ハリトーノフサイドはね、やっぱりもっと手数を出してほしいということなんですが、立ち上がりからハリトーノフの気合がすごいんですよ。一発ために怒号を上げながら打ってます。
さあその手数ですけれども、いやしかしこの柔術テクニック、柔術マジシャンの前に、いやそれは簡単には前にはねいけませんよね。ノゲイラが足で離す。さあどうするかハリトーノフ。なかなか攻めることができません。この状態で組み合った時のノゲイラ選手の、ね、圧力というのは、僕には想像できないね。ロシアの最強部隊、精鋭部隊、パラシュート部隊にいたこのハリトーノフ。スタンドですね。
佐野さん、ノゲイラサイドちょっと気になる指示が出てるんですけども、今の体勢でムリードブスタマンチと一緒に練習したあれを使え、ムリードのあれを使え、そういう指示が出てるんですよ。ですから何か持ってますね。
何かありますか。開幕戦セカンドラウンドともにスピニングチョークという新必殺技で勝ってきたノゲイラ。その他にもまだ必殺技があるのか。右のローキックノゲイラ。さあハリトーノフ右、この右のボディアッパーが強い。左のロー返しました。右ストレート。ボクシングテクニックではどうでしょう。左を伸びている。ぐんと伸びてきます。ぐんと伸びてくる。速くて伸びてくる。ハリトーノフ194、ノゲイラが191センチ。7分が経過しました。さあ 1日2試合の過酷なトーナメントです。
でパンチをハリトノフが連続するとまたタックル取り組んできますね、
さあしかしセコンドの指示は手数を出せというハリトノフサイド。左を出します。左を伸ばす。お互いがどうやって決めるか今考えあぐねているところでしょう。
ステップワーク見るとノゲラ選手を前へ詰めて優秀終了に下がるということですね。なるほど。
そしてノゲイラは体を寄せていくタイミングを測っています。さあどこでタックルに行くか。離れているハリトーノフ。桜庭さん、ハリトーノフどうですか。やりづらそうですか。ここでいった。
さっきのグラウンドのプレッシャーがあるので、あんまり前に出ない。
なるほど、やはりあるんですね。ノゲイラがいった。
あと2分ですね。
さあ残り時間が2分。またハリトーノフが捕まえていますが、ここはこらえている。さあどうか。首が締まっていくかどうか。いやこれはハリトーノフがガードしているだけか。膝、ノゲイラの膝です。
ここから何でも来ますよ。
さあ足を絡めることができないハリトーノフです。
なんだろう。
下になったハリトーノフ選手っていうのは高田さんどうなんですか。
膝が出ている。
なんとかね足を入れたいですね。
膝が出ているぞ。さあノゲイラチャンスか。さあ頭がほどければチャンス。さあどうするか。ノゲイラどうやって獲物を捉えるか。あ、膝を出しているが、さあ上に乗る。腹に膝を打ちつけた。さあどうするか。左の腕でなんとかハリトーノフがこらえている。パンチ出した。
逃げられないように。
一本入りましたね。
さあここはハリトーノフがガードするか。あっという間に時が過ぎていきます。
あの体勢からハリトーノフエスケープしましたね。
そうですね。
うまいですね。
ハリトーノフも下になりましたが、このノゲイラの攻めを耐え忍んでいます。残り40。トーナメントは2ラウンドで行われます。さあマウント。さあ来たの。ハリトーノフこらえる。さあ
時間が
ない。さあパンチを出す。しかしノゲイラのペースになりそうだ。さあ大歓声だ。パンチ一発のたびに大きな男の叫び声。さあ残り20秒。さあ残り15。ここはこらえる。ハリトーノフがこらえます。ノゲイラが攻めきれないか。マウントポジションを取った。マウントポジションだがしかし
引き付けが強いんじゃないですか。
ハリトーノフがこらえている。ここでゴングが鳴りました。という大きなため息。埼玉スーパーアリーナ。ノゲイラが最後形を作ったがハリトーノフがこらえました。
すごい試合ですね。
お互い強い心を持った者の方が勝つ、そう話していた試合前。技術と技術のぶつかり合い、心と心のぶつかり合い。ノゲイラが最後チャンスを作りましたが、しかしポイントとなる攻めまでは至りませんでした。こうやってタックルをするタイミングを測っていました。そしてここハリトーノフが首を捉えましたが、サイドポジションを取ろうとしたノゲイラ。
ここ全く慌ててないですね、
ノゲイラはね。そしてこれ三角になりそうでしたが、このハリトーノフのほどき方もすごいですよね。
強引ですね、力技です。
そしてすぐに攻めていきます。
でもああしないと取れないですよね。抜けないですね。
多分抜けないですね。桜庭さん、10分間ご覧になっていかがでしたか。
ノゲイラの汗のかき具合がちょっと気になるんですけど、
汗をか
きすぎるとちょっと後半バテてきそうな。
なるほど。技をかけるときに滑るという点もあるでしょう。さあプライドグランプリ、ヘビー級グランプリ準決勝、ブラジルかロシアか。準決勝は最後のラウンド、第2ラウンドに入ります。ノゲイラ、ハリトーノフ、まさに自らの尊厳、プライドをかけた戦いです。両者立ち上がります。 両者中央によるノゲイラ、ハリトーノフ。さあラストラウンド、ラストラウンド5分間での勝負です。背中には大きな傷があります。子供の頃負った大きな傷、しかしそれが哀愁を感じさせますノゲイラ。そしてまだ23歳、若いロシアの精鋭部隊からセルゲイ・ハリトーノフ。冷徹なまでのパンチ、あのパンチがこの埼玉スーパーアリーナで再現するのか。少し回っていく、左に回っていくハリトーノフ。
佐野さん、
はい、
ノゲイラサイドはね、ハリトーノフのグラウンドテクニックどうやらもう見切ったようです。
あ、そうですか。
パンチで間合いを詰めて木を見てタックル、そこからフィニッシュ、これが作戦です。
なるほど。さあそうしますとグラウンドテクニックではもう絶対に勝てるという自信を持ったというノゲイラサイドです。ハリトーノフはどうか。右のローキックを出していきます。右のボディ、ノゲイラがタックルのチャンスを狙っています。ジャンピングに
ちょっと軸足がねきましたね。
さあここはハリトーノフ、高田さんどうでしょうか。この体勢からパンチを打っていくのがハリトーノフのいいところですよね。
相手ノゲイラですから打たせてもらえないですよね、なかなかね。その距離に入れてくんない。
当たれば一発で終わりますよね、ノゲイラとはいえね。
パンチ力持ってます、ただヒョードルの地獄の攻めをね、耐え抜いた男ですから。
なるほど。さあここからハリトーノフ、第1ラウンドは攻め切ることができませんでした。このラストラウンドどうか。ハリトーノフなかなか攻められません。これが充実の
この前の
テクニック、
シュート戦の体勢に持っていこうとしました、
佐野さん、実はハリトーノフサイドのセコンドからはね、もう少しこんな詰めないで距離を取れという指示が出てます。なるほど。
ノゲイラが首と膝を取って立ち上がりました。やはり技術は上回っているかノゲイラ。
ノゲイラ選手が試合を動かしてコントロールしているという感じでしょうね。
逆境を跳ね返す、諦めない心でここまで来ましたノゲイラ。小池さんどうですか、ノゲイラ。
いやいいペースだと思いますけども、そうですね、ハリトーノフ選手の動きも先ほどよりキレがなくなったかななんて思うんですけど、
なるほどね、少し離れてプレー、右かすめました。
やっぱりいいパンチ持ってますね。
持ってますね。ノゲイラもあります。さあ首を左右に出してノゲイラ。ハリトーノフは攻め手がなくなってきているのか、徐々に柔術マジシャンの術中にはまってきているのか。ハリトーノフ、これがプライドわずかに5戦目。さあそしてノゲイラはわずかに負けたたった1回の敗北のためにここまで這い上がっていかなければいけませんでした。さあそしてヒョードルと戦うまでは負けられません。さあ判定はマストシステムです。延長はありません。どうなるのかこの試合、どこで差がつくか。左アッパー、空を切った、捕まえるかノゲイラ。逆に捕まえたハリトーノフ、右のパンチで離れましたハリトーノフです。残り1分20。ハリトーノフも少し疲れてきました。ノゲイラの表情は変わらない。左です。当たれば怖いハリトーノフのパンチです。重たく冷たいパンチ。左はノゲイラ、詰めるかノゲイラ。パンチが当たるかハリトーノフ。残りが1分。さあ詰めるハリトーノフ、
前に来ましたね。ステップワークが変わりました、
さあハリトーノフスパートをかける。パンチで左に右。ハリトーノフのパンチはやっぱり強い。膝を見せたノゲイラの膝、そしてパンチを返す。
ハリトーノフ選手の表情がさっきよりちょっと怖がってるように見える。
そうですか。やはりプライドトップファイターの壁があるのか。ハリトーノフ
勝負ですね。
さあ血に染まってきたハリトーノフです。ノゲイラのパンチだけ効いている。
嫌なパンチが当たりましたノゲイラ選手。
さあ残り20秒だ。マストシステムの判定だ。どっちに軍配が上がるか。捕まえた。さあどうするか。なんだ今のは。フロント1回転回った。 ハリトーノフ、
今のが例のやつって
なのかもしれませんね。ノゲイラの背中が血に染まった、血に染まったところで試合が終了しました。準決勝、ノゲイラ・ハリトーノフは判定マストシステムです。お互いに恐ろしいまでの気迫、恐ろしいまでの攻防でした。さすがにパンチは素晴らしいものがハリトーノフありますね。
最後ね、重いパンチが何回かね、
この左ね、
当たってるんですね。
この左が当たりました。左を出していきましたハリトーノフ。そしてノゲイラの方もグラウンドのテクニックは見切ったというね。セコンドのこれね、ノゲイラが回した
この後の開始がハリトーノフ早かったですね。
どういった技だったんでしょうか。ノゲイラのこの表情です。さあノゲイラかハリトーノフか、判定です。
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ大橋ノゲイラ、
まず1人目ノゲイラ。さあ2人目は
ノゲイラ、ノゲイラだ、3
対0、アントニオ・ホドリゴ・ノゲイラ。やはり勝ちたい思いが強かったのはノゲイラでしょうか、小川かヒョードルか、どっちでも。
And definitely one of the breakout stars in Pride Fighting Championships in the year 2004, this 24-year-old native of Russia.
It almost looks like Stairway to Heaven, but it's not.
Well, it could be a stairway to Pride Heaven for this youngster, as he definitely came into his own in the 2004 Pride Heavyweight Tournament. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, and tonight, boss, he definitely wants to kick off 2005, where last year finished off. I mean, we questioned whether or not he had the striking ability after his first couple of fights against unheralded opposition in Pride. We knew he had the ground game, but against Murillo Ninja in the opening round of last year's tournament, boy, oh boy, did we find out that this guy could also box.
Oh yeah, his right body shot. Now everybody knows that I love the liver shot, but this guy right here, he loves the shot to the spleen, and that's the right hook to the body, and he does it so good that you have to defend it, so your hand will come down, and then suddenly out of the blue, he's gonna come upstairs, and that will knock you out, and that is exactly what happened against Murillo Ninja.
And boss, forget about his MMA talents. When I found out he played the accordion, that was it. He earned my respect.
Oh no, thank God I didn't know that, because otherwise I couldn't interview him.
He won 2 Russian 8-man tournaments, one in 2000 and another one in 2003, all with quick finishes. And, well, we're going to find out just how effective S.Haritonov A.Emelianenko is. It's been a while since we saw him back in Pride Fighting Championships. He says that he has natural instincts as a striker, definitely has his sights set on becoming a Pride heavyweight champion. And there we see him now inside the ring, getting ready to do battle with Chemu Bey.
And it's smart, actually.
第6試合を行います。青コーナー190センチ115キロチェ
Chemu Bey is 34, 6'2", 248 pounds, 4-0 in Pride.
赤コーナー194センチ107キロ
Sergey Haritonov is 24, 6'4", 231 pounds, 4-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. All right, there we see the stare down. The gamesmanship has begun.
This is funny.
This is entertaining already.
He tried to duck him.
Che Mu-bae, a very charismatic fighter from Korea. We haven't seen too much personality out of Haritonov, but we do know he's a very effective fighter. Once you step into the ring, that's all that matters. Mu-bae missing with that wild right, and Haritonov now just engaging there momentarily.
Watch out for that right straight and the body shot. Look how he moved to the side. Haritonov, he never goes straight back. Very good ring work. That's what he did. Look, see?
Haritonov very calm, boss. You're right. Total control, while you can see already Che Mu-bae obviously respects Haritonov's punching power. Remember, when you want the latest news on Pride Fighting Championships, information on your favorite fighters, to order the DVDs and whatnot, log on to PrideFC.com.
You see what Haritonov does. He stays in the same distance, in counter range distance. So when Che Mu-bae comes forward, he goes backwards, and he's boxing backwards, which is a very difficult thing to do.
Very smart on his part, and the fans enjoying the action already, as both these fighters definitely want to keep it standing. You can see that the stance of Haritonov's a lot more controlled, if you will, boss.
Yeah.
Che Mu-bae, oh, Che Mu-bae tries to light things up with that spinning back fist. More aesthetic than anything else.
He's playing games here with Haritonov.
Haritonov with the low kick. Straight left jab. Mu-bae fakes the punch, tries to go in for the body lock. And Haritonov doing a good job of avoiding the Mu-bae attack.
And that's it, just keep circling. Nice liver shot there.
Low kick by Mu-bae. But it's Haritonov, as you see, boss, cutting off the ring, doing a good job of controlling the ring right now.
Very good. Very good. And there's that body shot.
Nice combination there. Nice body shot and then the straight left jab. There's
Nice
Mu-bae with a
throw.
shot.
Whoa.
Yes, good takedown defense exhibited by Haritonov. Back up to his feet now in guillotine position, boss. And he's got that choke in there. Waist
Che
lock as
Mu-bae's
well.
got to go to the side now, which he can because Haritonov locked him up with his leg.
And he's got that choke cinched in, boss.
This is a typical military choke. Look, in standing position and then a hook leg. No, okay, not now anymore. Che Mu-bae should go to the side.
And Mu-bae pops his head out, but good work there. And good analysis by El Guapo Boss Rune, because it was the military training which helped prepare him for a career in MMA. Another straight left jab, but man, give Che Mu-bae some credit here, boss. He is definitely not backing down from Sergei Haritonov, and Haritonov now lefts and rights, and we're seeing a good stand-up battle here between these two combatants.
Only the stand-up battle is coming from one guy.
Well, but Che Mu-bae, give him credit. He's not running away, boss. He's not cowering.
I would never say that because he's been in with some guys.
Oh, and that one rocked him, boss. That one sent him reeling.
Yeah, and now he's going to go to the body.
And that one caught him.
I told you.
Now it's Haritonov's fight.
Oh,
to finish.
It's going to be over. Yeah.
This is not Sao Pelele, and there you have it. Sergei Haritonov, in very workmanlike fashion, delivers the knockout to Che Mu-bae. And Sergei Haritonov even manages a smile.
Wow. Wow.
The fans here applaud as Che Mu-bae goes down to defeat the referee, doing the right thing there, boss.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Really, at 3 minutes and 23 seconds via KO, Sergei Haritonov vanquishes Che Mu-bae. Boss, what was it that impressed you the most about Sergei Haritonov in this his return to Pride? As you take a look at the replay.
Oh, look at that swing. The way he moves to the side non-stop. Watch, Che Mu-bae attacks, he always circles to the left and circles to the right. That was the setup. That right short hook, straight, whatever you can call, right uppercut. And everything is on the money. Look at this. Yeah, once he's on, he smells victory. He's going. And again.
Knowing Che Mu-bae's background, what should he have done differently to perhaps, well, for self-preservation purposes, boss?
You know, he should do what I always tell people who don't know how to box yet, like really good. Take boxing classes 2 times a day. That's something that you need to do. The Greco-Roman, you already know.
In this fight, what could he have done differently?
Against Haritonov right now, with his quality and Haritonov's quality, nothing.
Okay. So there we see one last look at the devastation, courtesy of Sergei Haritonov, a new contender in the Pride heavyweight division. And boss, okay, how right now, at this stage, where does he rank with the likes of Mirko Krokop, Fyodor Emelianenko, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira?
He is way up there. I said it.
Kick off Critical Countdown 2005, boss. Sergei Haritonov making his way to the ring. The Russian mercenary taking on the debuting Pedro Rizzo. Both possess heavy hands, and of course, Rizzo known for his deadly low kicks. That's one thing Haritonov so far in his very good Pride career has not shown is much proficiency with the knees and the kicks. Could that be dangerous for him heading into this tilt?
Yes, of course, and especially against a heavy hitter like Pedro Rizzo, you don't want to exchange blows. Now, the Russian team there always have great, perfect game plans. So the perfect game plan for him would be to strike, attack, and right away go for a takedown. Because on his feet, personally, I think, yes, that Pedro Rizzo is just better than he is.
Rizzo says that he's now beginning a new chapter in his career. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And Haritonov says he doesn't care what Rizzo says. He says the strongest one is going to win the fight. Now, the last time Rizzo saw action was when he beat former UFC heavyweight champion Rico Rodriguez at UFC 45, November 2003. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not the year and a half out of the ring or cage is going to play any effect in this fight. Will he show any ring rust? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't think so, because the training regimen, what he does in his gym, it's a fight. Every day they fight like 2 times a day. So hopefully, with that said, it's going to be great, and he's not going to have any ring rust.
Pedro "The Rock" Rizzo is 31, 6'2", 235 pounds, making his debut in Pride Fighting Championships. The Russian mercenary Sergei Haritonov's 24, 6'4", 231 pounds, sporting a record of 5-1 in Pride. And boss, it looks like the year and a half may have agreed with The Rock Rizzo. He looks to be in pretty good physical shape, and look at this, what we're seeing in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, no more Mr. Nice Guy, and he starts off right away at the stare down. Oh, bombs are going to fly.
A great way to kick off Critical Countdown 2005. Pedro Rizzo, in his first appearance in Pride, taking on a man who is definitely already making his mark in the heavyweight division, Sergei Haritonov. The last time we saw him in action, he defeated cult favorite Chain Mu Bei in February at Fists of Fire.
Now let's see if it is going to be those low kicks. I felt them because I trained with Pedro Rizzo, and trust me, he can kick. Oh, that was a good right there. Didn't totally connect, but that means be careful. Oh, very nice combination.
Right hand through the guard, and Haritonov has really shown natural boxing skills. Does a great job of catching that low kick.
Yep, and right away he tries to stay out of the guard. Look at this. But now, I don't know if he can do it. Let me see. They're close to the rope, so, oh.
Obviously,
nice.
Haritonov has done his homework, as he was quick to catch that low kick given by Hizzo, and now we know that Hizzo's takedown defense is pretty good, and right now he's just keeping Haritonov at bay.
And it looks like he already has a small little cut here underneath his left eye, or next to his left eye.
Well, we know from watching him in the UFC that Hizzo is prone to getting cut. Back up to their feet. Hizzo lands the jab. Another great left hand delivered by Haritonov with an overhand right, and now he's tagged, boss, so they're going tit for tat early on.
Haritonov is doing really good. Look at this, everything connects.
And a nice inside low kick by Haritonov. Another great combination through the guard.
Yeah, they call Pedro the Rock, and it's because he can take a punch, but he has to watch out, and that one seemed to be connected. He has to watch out here. You see, he's wobbly on his feet right now.
Haritonov is doing to Hizzo what he did to Murillo Ninja in the heavyweight tournament last year.
Pedro just doesn't see the punches coming. This is very strange.
And we talked about Haritonov not showcasing any kicking ability, but he has Hizzo now. Just blocked.
And a knee.
And Hizzo's down, and that kick may be it. This fight is over. Sergey Haritonov continues to cut his path of destruction here in Pride Fighting Championships.
Well, now you can see that a kickboxing record of 31 with 30 knockouts didn't mean anything to Haritonov.
And you can also see that when you're away from action for a year and a half, training is one thing, but you need to remain active when you're going to step into the ring against a guy like Sergey Haritonov and come to Pride Fighting Championships, because at only 2 minutes and 2 seconds of the opening round, Sergey Haritonov dispatches the debuting Pedro the Rock Hizzo.
Yep, there that knee was already hit, and there a kick underneath the jaw. I think that Pedro was hurt already early in the fight. When he got a few shots, he wasn't himself. He didn't see the jabs coming. Look at that knee, and now look at this kick. Boom, underneath the jaw.
And isn't it ironic that in preparing my notes for this fight, I made note that we haven't seen much in the way of any knees or kicks from Haritonov, and boy, did he showcase the knees and the kicks, and that's what he utilized to finish Pedro Hizzo tonight.
You know what? Haritonov shows that he is very high on the ladder here, because I want to see him fight anybody now, all top 3 fighters, because he is special.
He adds something new to his arsenal each and every outing. A natural boxer with pinpoint accuracy with his punches, good head movement, excellent feints. I mean, we talk about Mirko Krokop and Fyodor Emelianenko, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. I really do believe we have to start adding the name Sergey Haritonov to the list of heavyweight contenders in Pride.
Oh, we have to. I mean, everything, look at this. Everything is a hit. The full on the head, connects perfect. He countered every punch that Pedro Hizzo gave. Whoa, what a display. Yep, even I can be wrong, Mauro.
Well, you weren't necessarily wrong, boss, because, hey, let's face it, Hizzo wanted to engage, but tonight, the 24-year-old Haritonov was the much more dangerous fighter, and there we finally see a smile from the usually stoic Russian. Sergey Haritonov on the fast track to success in Pride. Fabricio Verdun is 28, 6'4", 242 pounds, 2-0 in Pride Fighting Championships. Sergey Haritonov is 25, 6'4", 220 pounds, 6-1 in Pride.
Wow, yes. And this is one of those matches again, I always say, and look at the stare down here.
Both fighters know what's at stake, boss.
Yeah, this is a big fight.
Haritonov coming off a victory over one of the top strikers in MMA history, Pedro the Rock Rizzo, at Critical Countdown 2005. While Verdun submitted Roman Zentsov with a triangle armbar at Final Conflict 2005. You talk about a mixed martial artist with boxing skills.
Get out of the corner.
Sergei Haritonov has a mix of boxing ability and submission skill, which is a formidable package. We haven't really seen much in the striking department from Verdun, although in his debut against Tom Erickson,
he did good.
He acquitted himself quite well in that department.
He's got to watch out there in the corner. Maybe it's a bait.
Good takedown defense there by Haritonov.
Yeah, and he's going to need it, because once it goes to the ground and Verdun ends up on top, that's going to be dangerous. Well, look at that sweep here from Haritonov. Whoa, ow, but it gets reversed right away. Haritonov holding the ropes.
Can't do that. Now trying to use his balance there, but the two come up. Verdun comes up swinging. A good test there as the fans applaud the efforts of Verdun and Haritonov. A champion submission fighter, Fabricio Verdun, winning world titles in the Pan American Championships as only a blue belt, boss. He won the European Cup as a brown belt and the World Cup and World Championship as a black belt in the super heavyweight category, all in a 2-year span.
Wow.
Now comes for a right, and there goes the shot, but again, a nice sprawl by Haritonov.
Haritonov does a really good job here, but what they say, if you keep going, eventually you're going to get it. Well, I hope he's going to get it. It looks like he's got caught in a guillotine. That would be, no, there's an arm in between.
Setting him up, however, and of course, you know that Haritonov, who only at the age of 25, is not going to expend any unnecessary energy. A very cerebral fighter as well.
Verdun should jump out of there and jump to the other side of where his head is. So jump to the right side of Haritonov. That will be, see, exactly that is. But Haritonov knew that.
And he was also against the ropes. Whoa. To be a slingshot effect. Very technical fight so far.
Yeah.
Boss, when you look at Verdun throw those right hands, what do you think?
I think they're a little bit too wild, because it's obvious that he's using it to set up a takedown. And Haritonov does, yeah, he sees it coming easy.
Is it almost like, yeah, it appears that he's telegraphing the takedown with those right hands, doesn't it?
Yes, he should go for a 3 or a 4 shot and then go try for a takedown. Now, this, I don't know, is very smart for Haritonov.
Although we've seen him early in his Pride career showcase his submission skills. And again, you talk about complete packages. Sergei Haritonov comes very close, although Fabricio Verdun as well. Now training with Mirko Krokop, his Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach, and you know that Krokop is going to be showing him some of his striking prowess.
There's a triangle choke attempt coming up here. He's holding with his left hand real hard to the hand, but you see Haritonov is pulling it out. Yes, these both fighters are just very good. Haritonov needs to create distance in order to strike hard, but he knows that. I don't need to tell him.
There's a nice shot, well in the guard by Haritonov, but you see Verdun very calm, just holding on to the wrists.
Yeah,
totally neutralizing, now going for a Kimura attempt there.
Yeah, which he can also use as a reversal. Armbar coming up, look at this. Nope.
And a nice escape by Haritonov.
Kicking the legs. Start kicking the legs.
Now the referee going to bring them back up to their feet. You know, Haritonov used to be teammates with the current Pride World Heavyweight Champion. Now they exchange strikes.
That is good.
Fyodor Emelianenko, one time a member of the Russian top team, now with the Red Devil Sport Club. There's a nice overhand left.
Yeah. Let's counter that right straight. Bang.
There again is that wild right going down for the single leg and an easy sprawl for Haritonov.
Haritonov is doing a great job in defending, using cross faces and everything, but look.
Perseverance pays off for Verdun.
And again, yes.
Of course, Emelianenko and Krokop engaging in a classic heavyweight title fight at Final Conflict 2005. We can tell you that Fyodor Emelianenko recently won a gold medal in the Combat Sambo World Championships in Prague, adding to his impressive resume.
Ooh, half guard here. Now let's see what Fabricio can do. Is he going to rain down some strikes?
And
yeah, we got some little hammer strikes there already. But he needs to create distance, and as you can see, Haritonov's got a firm grip on him because he knows, no, you're not going to get creating that distance. He's trying to get out here.
Well.
Yep, trying to pull that left leg out. Oh, this could be dangerous.
Nice,
Dangerous
and now
for
Verdun.
Haritonov. Whoa, look at this, beautiful. Right away, go for triangle check, attack, choke.
Halfway through round one, Verdun very slippery as a submission specialist from one to the other, boss.
Yep.
And Haritonov showcasing some great submission defense.
Yes, he gets out of every submission attempt.
Very closely contested matchup thus far, but a great one to watch. Submission specialist Verdun and the boxer extraordinaire Haritonov.
I love that right body shot that Haritonov has, and he's doing it every fight. Watch out with it. That was a good shot there.
Oh, and just misses with that left kick.
Whew. This is a good fight, and as you can see, both fighters are in a phenomenal, look at that.
Nice up kick
condition.
there after the bicycle.
And again, he's going for the triangle.
Haritonov just trying to pass the guard now into side control, but you're right, Verdun managing to still maneuver into some kind of submission attempt, but it's just really a war of attrition right now, boss. I mean, Haritonov loves playing chess, and we're seeing the proverbial chess matchup that is known as mixed martial arts. Oh, a nice up kick from that left foot.
I knew it. It was almost like I saw that he was aiming for it. He's going to look for a leg lock. It looked almost, see, he's grabbing a leg. Yeah, and watch out because Haritonov, Sambo, and those guys get great leg locks. And although they use some leg locks in Jiu-Jitsu, but not as good as in Sambo. Sambo really concentrates on the legs.
Nice power out there with a double feed by Verdun, sprawled by Haritonov. Now Verdun goes back to what he knows best.
And again, I'm telling it again, look at them. They're looking in a phenomenal shape.
7 minutes has gone by, and this is the opening round.
Oh, nice shot there here by Fabricio Verdun. Oh, and again, this is strange. Haritonov is flat-footed right now.
But those shots don't really seem to be doing much damage to Haritonov. He comes through with a left and a right jab that connect.
Yeah, Haritonov looks like he's not light on his feet like he was last time. That's one thing for sure.
He seems to be fatiguing now a bit as we have 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in round one. And you're right, he appears to be a little more flat on his feet. And Verdun
should get out of that corner, or maybe it's a trick, like I said before, to lure him to him
jump
and then
guard.
go in for the single or a double leg. It's probably what he's trying to do. He should punch. Go to the body. From this distance, they will never expect a right straight to the body, left hook to the head. Look at that.
Oh, nice shot by Verdun. The counters with a nice left jab and goes for that left-right combination. Attempted a shot, but now Haritonov cutting off the ring, but it's that left jab that connects, and there's a wild right hand by Haritonov.
But look at this, Verdun let him miss.
It seems that Verdun is turning the tide a bit here in the closing minutes of this round, although Haritonov tries to fend off that takedown attempt again near the ropes.
Is he gonna get the takedown? Yes, but can he keep the takedown?
Here's an attempt now by Haritonov coming back up to a vertical base. It looked like Verdun was setting him up for a knee strike.
He should throw a knee right now, right knee to the head.
A lot of this fight, boss, has been fought along the ropes. Now there's a left jab again.
Groundwork and striking is a lot of energy. Those guys are expanding, or everything goes out. People at home, they don't realize how much energy they're throwing away right now.
We've seen a mix of both the ground game and the stand-up. It's been a terrific first round between Fabricio Verdun and Sergei Haritonov. There's a nice kick by Haritonov. Right hand, now a left, timing his shots.
Look at
Verdun
that.
is meeting the challenge. Yeah, he's meeting
Yeah.
the challenge of the striking.
Look at that. He moves real good. You have to understand, before Verdun went to Mirko Kokop's camp, he wasn't a striker at all. And he's there, for a year and a half? But look at him now.
And it's funny because his striking has definitely impressed, and the takedown attempts has been a case of perseverance.
Guillotine,
and twice now
nice.
we've seen the guillotine, and there's a reversal attempt. So a very closely contested matchup here between Haritonov and Verdun as round one comes to an end.
Yes!
Some pretty good MMA being displayed there, boss.
The first round of the night completed. And people at home, and I have the feeling that El Guapo has to say that the other side of Bas Rutten, go to pridefc.com and chicks, babes at home, check it out because we have some beautiful underwear for you guys. Lingerie, everything is on there.
Again, we want you to check out pridefc.com, El Guapo, as we take a look at the replay. Guys, lots of goodies for your girlfriends and wives as we show you some more goodies from that first round, boss.
Look at this. Beautiful takedown. Right away, that attack, he says, no, you cannot come too close to me. Look at this reversal that he's trying to do. He's trying to go down for an armbar, but no. Haritonov simply pulls it out. Here, he takes his back. I thought he was going to be in trouble. Now he's going to rotate into his guard. Look at that beautiful display. What textbook.
Yeah, this is what the essence of the sport of mixed martial arts truly is. Now there's a right hand by Haritonov, and there the right might have missed, but the left definitely connected. And definitely credit both these warriors. Fabricio Verdun at 28, 2-0 in Pride. Sergey Haritonov, younger at 25, 6-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. The future of the heavyweight division. Each of them looking for perhaps a future shot at the world heavyweight champion Fyodor Emelianenko. And if the next 5 minutes is anything like the first 10 minutes was, boss, we are truly in for a treat. Mixed martial arts at its best. The ground game, the stand-up. Two warriors letting it all hang out here in Pride Fighting Championships.
Yep, looking very fresh. This is going to be a good round again. And these are heavyweights. Good stamina. I love it when heavyweights have good stamina. Look at that nice left. And Pedro Hizo knows that. That thing can hurt.
We just saw a shot of the Japanese heavyweight boxer will soon be making his debut in Pride. Nishijima looking on with interest as well to the action here between Haritonov and Verdun.
You see Haritonov is constantly pressing the action on the stand-up game, that is.
Haritonov doing a good job though with his head movement to avoid a lot of the now circling away, doing a good job to get out of the corner, but now finds himself in the opposite corner. There's a nice, he's had a lot of success with that left jab, boss.
Yeah, he should follow it up with the right. Just make it a 1-2. He did it before in round number 1 and it was a double hit. Boom. Again, that's right.
Hesitated with the right and then was met with that left hand, which stunned him for a moment. Now some up kicks by Verdun. And Haritonov motions for Verdun to, come on, let's stand up and give these fans what they really want here.
Oh, big right hand there. And again, go to the ground. The Bruce Lee motion. Stand up, don't tell me.
Again, it's Haritonov pressing Verdun to the corner. That left jab continues to find its mark through the guard, but like you say, boss, not really following it up with anything. And when he does go for the right, because of the wildness during the first round, a nice sprawl there by Haritonov. Yeah. Is it almost like he's now a little gun-shy with that right hand?
Yeah, but why would he be gun-shy? I mean, he had success in round number 1 with it. Simply throw it. Simply throw the 1-2.
It was a little on the wild side, and then it resulted in some shots that Haritonov was able to defend successfully. And again, is it a case where is Verdun getting frustrated at all right now, boss? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I would be frustrated because, look, Haritonov now probably is going to do the motion again. Come up.
But, I mean, you cannot allow yourself to get too frustrated knowing how close this fight really is with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left.
Yes,
and the timeout now is being called out.
That's what I thought. He's going to receive a yellow card here.
Verdun is being issued the yellow. Now he points to Haritonov, but to no avail. That's 10% docked off of his purse. 3 yellow cards, and you are disqualified in Pride Fighting Championships. Halfway through round number 2.
He should attack. Nice body shot there, and I bet you the next attack is going to be body shot, and then he goes upstairs. No, I'm not going to bet. But see, again, body. This is typical Haritonov, and suddenly he goes upstairs. It's like with that right hook to the body he has, he will continuously doing that normally in his form.
Nice push kick there by Verdun.
Good low kick.
Nice outside low kick, comes inside as well. Now he's starting to move his head a bit, but he's still along the ropes, needs to circle away from the power.
Haritonov is setting up a right straight to the head for sure. I mean, he's going with that left straight to the body all the time.
And another sprawl, so the takedown attempts by Verdun have not necessarily equaled success for him tonight, and that's one part of the game plan that Haritonov has been able to shut down so far. Although standing, we have yet to see Haritonov dominate Verdun like we've seen him do to his opponents in the past, like Pedro Hizzle, like Murillo Ninja.
Yeah, Verdun is doing a great job on his feet.
And that's perhaps surprising to some fans watching the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist, who is not afraid to engage Sergei Haritonov.
You know, if you train with
job there, going downstairs with a right kick and then coming upstairs with a right kick, right hand.
Yep, beautiful distraction. Going low, going high.
And I know what you were going to say, boss, because you're right. If he's training Mirko Krokop on the ground, you know that he's going to be getting a PhD degree in striking from the one of the best strikers in the world. Last minute of round number 2. It looks like Verdun may have, he seems to be having a problem with his left eye. Whether he got an inadvertent finger to the eye. Now looking to jab as Haritonov. You would expect perhaps now the action to pick up a bit in the final minute.
And he will do it. He will do it because his corner is probably telling him that he's got a problem with his eye. And there's one thing, if you have one eye, you cannot measure distance. It's very difficult. So Haritonov should pull it up a notch, turn it up a notch, and again go with that left low kick and follow it up with the right straight. But look at Verdun coming back. Whoa, nice job there.
Round 2 is in the books, and
beautiful.
Great fight between Fabricio Verdun and Sergei Haritonov. Either of them really unable to impose their will so far, boss. We've seen moments where Verdun has had some success on the ground. We've had moments where Sergei Haritonov seemed to be pressing the action standing up, but all in all, a very even affair so far.
Yep. You know, for Haritonov, this was the thing. In round number 1, Haritonov looked like he was fatigued at the end. And round number 2, he got his second win. Of course, round number 2, because second win, second round. I'm so funny. No, anyway, I think those guys are phenomenal. And let's take a look at this replay here. Look at that low kick. Nice right straight there by Verdun. He's coming in with that. No, that one missed. I'm really impressed with Verdun's striking abilities here because he picked that up in a very short amount of time.
And for Sergei Haritonov during his Pride fighting career, boss, he's about to enter uncharted territory because that fight we talked about against Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira in the semifinals of the 2004 Pride Heavyweight Tournament, because it was a tournament matchup, that means one 10-minute, one 5-minute round. So he's already fought 15 minutes against Fabricio Verdun. So we're about to find out, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know this conditioning is going to be perfect, but for the youngster from Russia, he is now about to engage in the longest fight of his Pride career, and Fabricio Verdun giving him all he can handle so far tonight.
Yeah, they both came out of the corner, and they both really want this round. They both want to finish the fight.
It's interesting when a carrot is dangled in front of sports teams or athletes, what happens to their mindset and their game plan, because with a chance to perhaps fight for the Pride World Heavyweight Championship sometime down the road, these two are definitely going all out. Another nice right hand, but again, the shot is nullified by Haritonov. He's stuffed.
Why not one time try to follow it up? Right straight to the left hook.
Oh, now some gamesmanship being played by Verdun, and Haritonov is not going to go for it.
He went even to, he says, go, come to my side mount, he said.
And you wonder about this now, if you know, if you're going to start to play the mental gamesmanship of what has been a very technically sound battle, if emotion's going to start to play a part, boss, this is where mistakes can be made.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Great takedown defense again here by Haritonov, but now he's in the close guard. And this is where Verdun is very dangerous, and especially now later in the round, because fatigue is going to play a factor now.
And again, typical of the Russian warriors, Haritonov displaying the poker face, not willing to engage in the psychological gamesmanship that Fabricio Verdun tried to play, and now here we are, again in the guard.
But you see how easy Haritonov escapes every submission attempt. King to the leg, he just walks away. He says, look at him.
This is interesting. I don't think I've seen this before in an MMA fight, boss.
I would have jumped on him. I would have jumped on him. If somebody gives you the side mount, come on.
Each wanting to bring them into their domain. Now again in the corner, but
nice,
he comes out with the right. But it's a wild right still, now falls on his back. And you know, if he's not careful, he is going to end up paying for this, boss. He's against Sergei Haritonov, and he may just capitalize.
Yep.
Although, again, it's almost like we're seeing a different Sergei Haritonov as well, because do you feel so far, boss, that he's as intense as we've seen him before? It seems like he's almost a little cautious too.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But to tell you the truth, this round, it almost looks like the beginning of round number 1. Right. And we're in the final 5 minutes of the fight. So their stamina is going great. Always received a little tiny cut there underneath his eye. But the referee already saw that it's...
And if it becomes serious, they will stop it, and the medical crew here will definitely look after it. We have a huge medical staff here on hand for every Pride event. And now Sergei Haritonov in the north-south position, trying to secure in the guillotine choke. And another reversal there by Verdun, and a good kick from the bottom. Wow.
Same thing. Come up.
Oh, you're
come
right.
down.
Why doesn't he take a page out of the Brazilian playbook here, try a kick or something, or pass a Sakuraba type pass?
Defending with the soles of the foot is going to get somebody received. Nope, no yellow cards here. Fabricio Verdun should give it 3 shots for it one time. I want 2 on the left hook and then go for a takedown.
Nice low kick delivered by Haritonov. 2 minutes remaining in the final round. And who wants this battle more, boss?
Yeah, and that's the person who's going to win. But and again, I said this many times before. I do
good
not
counter strike there. You're right. Good counter strike by Verdun as Haritonov missed with the right cross.
This is going to be very difficult for the judges.
Now he tries to pull Haritonov into his guard. Oh, nice kick there by Haritonov, who he finally decides, okay, if you're going to stay in the butt scoop position, then I'm going to attack your legs.
Yep, you're right. And you know what? I'm talking about the judges, but
the referee eventually...
Is this going to play a factor? Because every time he lands on his back and Haritonov wants to fight, is going to work. Is this going to work against Verdun?
That left seems to have tagged Verdun, and you're right, boss. I think it may indeed play a factor against Verdun.
1 more minute.
Damage points again for Haritonov. And now we'll see what happens in the final 60 seconds of this terrific tilt between Haritonov and Verdun, who throughout the fight, boss, have been communicating via body language.
Yeah, that's because one is from Russia, the other one's from Brazil.
That's true.
They can't do it as different.
But they've had this running body commentary. Nice uppercut by Verdun.
Yes, followed up with the left hook.
Half a minute now remaining, and the slugfest ensues.
Nice jab there. and non-stop pressing the action.
Body shot by Haritonov, another uppercut by Verdun. Backs Haritonov up and off.
10 seconds.
Is anyone going to try to end this with a bang? Jab by Haritonov, and Verdun ends the fight in his familiar position. Haritonov still standing, but who will be the one who is figuratively standing at the end of this fight, boss? It's a very close one to call. Good accounting by each of the fighters. It was a fun fight to watch, but in the same sense, it's going to be a difficult one to judge.
It's going to be difficult, but like I said before, every time falling on the back, inviting him to come down, the other one inviting him to come up, to stand up. That could play.
That was cool to see as they embrace each other after the fight, showcasing the sportsmanship. Boss, you're the man as we take a look at the replay, and as we go through the replays, my friend.
Yep, he does a double Bruce Lee there.
You're the best in the business. What would you have done differently to make this a more clear-cut decision for the judges from Haritonov and Verdun's perspective, my friend?
If I was Haritonov, at the moment that Verdun went to, when he invited him to go to the side mount, man, I would have jumped on that right away. I mean, that's a difficult position to escape.
And what about Verdun?
Verdun, he should have thrown more shots to the head in order to set up a takedown, not only single shots. He should have thrown at least a 1-2 or a 1-2-3. Do it a couple of times and then go for a takedown. But every time if you throw one shot and go for a takedown, it's very predictable.
A possible World Heavyweight Championship title shot hangs in the balance. Let's find out who won this very entertaining affair.
Judge Kobayashi, Haritonov. Judge Hamilton, Big.
Whoa.
Judge Ohashi, Haritonov.
Sergey Haritonov pulls out a split decision victory over Fabricio Verdun. Improves to 7-1. What would you think, boss, if it does happen sooner than later, Sergey Haritonov gets a shot at his former teammate Fyodor Emelianenko and follows the same game plan as he did tonight?
I think it would be too early for him, to tell you the truth, the way he fought today. But hey, it simply cannot be his day. And he still won the fight. So
simply put, you're saying if he fought like he fought tonight, he would lose to Fyodor Emelianenko?
He would have lost. Yes, I would really think so.
Well, in any event, it was a victory for Sergey Haritonov. He continues his rise in Pride Fighting Championships. A great performance for Fabricio Verdun, who has suffered his first defeat in Pride. And we take a look at some of the action. That right hand put him on his back.
That was some nice move. Look at the 1-2, you see? He's doing it. And now he comes with that right again. Boom, yep. Yeah, it really puts him on his back.
You know, Alexander Emelianenko is 24, 6'5", 253 pounds, 5-1 in Pride. Josh, the babyface assassin Barnett, is 28, 6'3", 255 pounds, 1-2 in Pride Fighting Championships. And we saw it there momentarily on the screen, seconding him to the ring. Former Shudo lightweight heavyweight champion Eric Paulson, who he spent over a month in California working with in preparation for this fight, and also on hand in Barnett's corner, one of the top cut men anywhere in the combative sport is Stitch, Jacob Duran. And of course, in Emelianenko's corner, one going down. Who is the better striker? Who's better on the ground, Trig?
I think Josh is better on the ground, and I think Alexander's better on his feet. But both guys have been working on both positions, so we'll see how this pans out. Great shot. Excellent work by Josh to duck that punch and get in there as quick as he can.
Good job of defending the shoot by Barnett. Barnett has won 29 of his 30 MMA fights within the first 10 minutes, while Emelianenko has never gone past the second round. So, having said that, we can expect this one to maybe end early. Nice knee by Emelianenko. Good clinch and knee.
Good job by Josh, getting his head up, getting away from those knees as best he can, trying to pummel inside now.
You saw Barnett trying to go for dominant position. Again, a look at Fyodor Emelianenko. It looks like Barnett may have got an inadvertent poke in the eye. And let's face it, for Josh Barnett, times have not exactly been easy in Pride. In his debut against Mirko Krokop, he, of course, suffered a freak shoulder injury, was on the shelf for a year, and now let's hope that he's able to continue, because again, one of the more looked forward to contests between Barnett and Emelianenko. And this match will indeed continue.
Excellent, good work, good work.
Good sportsmanship there, touching gloves, and battle resumes. See that Alexander Emelianenko, a lot more calmer, cooler, very precise in his striking, while there seems to be a lot of nervous energy coursing through the veins of Barnett.
You know, Josh always does better when he's a little bit more patient than this in the first round. He's kind of letting, even though Josh has a lot more head movement. Oh, he's letting Alexander, wow.
That one stung, and now Barnett missing with a 1-2 combination. And you can see Emelianenko, great footwork.
He's letting Emelianenko right now control the pace of this fight. So as a result, you know, Josh spent a lot of time backing up, moving, circling.
And that's one thing he told us in the interview that he did not want to do, is let Emelianenko control the fight. Emelianenko, nice uppercut, and again has Barnett on the ropes. Barnett with the overhooks.
Good job getting out of those overhook positions, Emelianenko. He did
Nice
great work.
Body combination there by Barnett. The 1-2 downstairs, misses with the wild overhand right, however.
You know what, Mark? We don't see enough of that in mixed martial arts. Good jabs and good body blows. And it's good to see these guys trying to work both angles.
Bring up a good point. Emelianenko definitely very comfortable in the stand-up, and again, he continues to improve with each outing. Backs away from Barnett.
Nice and relaxed. Alexander looks incredibly relaxed right now.
And it seems so far he's done a better job of gauging the distance. Nice uppercut by Emelianenko.
Good head motion by Josh to get out of the way of those 3 punches that came right after that.
And there is Fyodor Emelianenko shouting out instructions to his brother. Sure, he hopes that his sibling will be the one to join him in the second round. Nice right there by Barnett.
Good contact by Alexander. Starting to find Josh's head, even though he's moving around a little bit. Josh doing a good job, though, getting inside and tying him up.
Now Barnett going to the body with some knees. Barnett comes back with a body shot. But again, Emelianenko doing a great job of avoiding most of those strikes. And it seems to me that Barnett is expending a lot of energy in delivering them, Trig.
He is, because he's always having to dive forward. He's not just stalking forward. He has to jump forward on those 2 steps to get every punch to connect.
Barnett content to stay in the stand-up with Emelianenko. Again, a nice shot to the body. Might even see him attempt to deliver some kicks to set up a shoot. Instead, he's just in a brawl here with Emelianenko.
I think right now both guys have finally settled into their game a little bit more. You don't see Josh using a lot of expended energy right now. And you see Emelianenko still stepping forward. Alexander still doing a great job of pushing the pace of this fight. Good head motion by Josh, really trying to get out of the way and causing Alexander to stop throwing punches, because he's starting to waste energy every time he misses.
Nice jab there by Emelianenko. We've passed the 5-minute mark of round number 1. as we've seen Emelianenko since his debut at Bushido 1, a split decision victory over Suerio Silva. We've seen him not only improve his conditioning, but become much more comfortable with the entire fight game in terms of handling the media and stuff.
I wish Josh would step forward. That he had 2 great underhooks. He didn't step forward fast enough.
He's even showcased a sense of humor by quipping one advantage that he has over Barnett is that he's younger than him. Nice jab there by Barnett.
Yeah, but Josh acts a lot younger.
Well, he definitely does love anime, comic books, video games. Let's not forget cars.
His coiffed hair.
He has a 2004 Mystic Chrome Cobra, black 96 Mustang GT, and a 67 Torino, and a Mercury Cyclone GT. So giving Jay Leno a run for his money there, as Emelianenko gives him a run for his money here in the opening round. Now Barnett jacks Emelianenko's jaw.
Barnett hasn't been able to exploit the inside game, and you know, I would have really anticipated him trying to get inside after getting struck like this.
He hasn't even attempted a shot yet, a takedown attempt. And is it because he respects Emelianenko's power right now and his ability to defend it? Or is it just a fact, as we mentioned, that Emelianenko's thus far dictating the pace of this fight, controlling it?
Emelianenko's dictating the pace of the fight. He's backing up, he's circling away. When he gets a good, see how he steps forward, moves to his left. If Josh comes forward, you'll see him back up, just a slight step, and then move to his right again. See, Alexander does a great job. He's just outside of Josh's range the whole time, so Josh can never really get a solid punch. He's just outside Josh's reach. That's very frustrating when you're trying to strike someone.
And it is beginning to take its toll on the babyface assassin. Nice right jab there delivered by Emelianenko into the final 3 minutes of the opening round. Just picking his spots. Emelianenko measuring up Barnett. Barnett backs up along the ropes and gets again staggered with that shot. I mean, Emelianenko with plenty of pop behind those jabs.
He's really throwing a lot. He's doing like Muhammad Ali style jabs. We can almost knock you out with every jab he throws.
Timeout called by the referee.
Mouthpiece droppage. Got to get it back in his mouth. Getting ready to go.
Actually, I think it was just to ensure that he was okay after receiving a shot to the proboscis, but the action does resume. Emelianenko really measuring up Barnett now. Barnett, he has to maybe start going downstairs with some kicks here, does he not, Trig, to try to set up the shot, because thus far he's been stymied by Emelianenko in the striking department.
Yeah, he needs it, really does. You're absolutely right. There it is. Finally, he needs to start throwing leg kicks though. He needs to get Alexander backing out. If a guy runs away from you, throw a punch, he backs out on you, got to throw a kick right after. Alexander's going to pick Josh apart a little bit more.
You could see Emelianenko wants nothing to do with the clinch. Just pushing Barnett away. The training with his brother definitely paying off. Training in the mountains of his native Russia.
There's nothing more frustrating when you're really trying to push the pace of a fight like Josh is. You see the guy in front of you getting more and more relaxed the more you push the pace.
There's a tie clinch and a knee delivered by Emelianenko, but Barnett storms him with a knee of his own. Again, a look there at the Pride World Heavyweight Champion, definitely watching with vested interest as his brother battles the baby-faced assassin here as we head into the final minute of this opening round. And we mentioned one statistic that 29 of Barnett's 30 wins have happened within the first 10 minutes. That will not be the case in this one unless he delivers the home run here. And meanwhile, it's just Emelianenko picking his shots, Trig, and just taking the toll on Barnett.
He's right now he's selling himself in. He knows Josh's range. He's starting to find Josh's rhythm and his timing, and he's starting to back himself out, keep himself well protected, and throw it out. Oh, good job by Josh, just missing that head kick. Now that's what he needs to do more of. He needs to be doing that earlier in this round, trying to chop his legs out, trying to use his legs more for leg kicking than every time Emelianenko backs away from him.
Again, just flashes that jab. Emelianenko content to ride out the opening 10 minutes, knowing that he's stuck to his game plan and for the most part controlled this matchup. Barnett now moves in with 5 seconds remaining, and again, Emelianenko simply backs away from the accomplished wrestler.
Really would like to see Josh try to some takedowns in the second round. Really got to push the pace a little bit more. We can see Alexander bent over. He's actually being as patient, as calm as he was. He seems to be exhausted right now sitting in his corner. I'm very surprised to see this because he did a great job selling it. Even to me, sitting at ringside, he didn't look tired at all during the fight. As soon as that bell rang, he bent over in exhaustion.
That's the key. You do not want to let your opponent know you're tired.
Good exchange here by Emelianenko, backing up and circling away. Even though he's taking some shots, he's right just outside that reach where it's going to put him down for good. Immediately throws back, has good punching. His punches are a little wide, a little extended. Like to see some more straight punching by Alexander, but he's doing a good job right now and really picking Josh apart.
Emelianenko is also a 2-time Russian Sambo champion and also practices a special type of Sambo that was popular among the military and police in the former Soviet Union called Commando Sambo, which includes striking. So we talk about Barnett perhaps wanting to try to take this to the ground, but again, Emelianenko not exactly a junior when it comes to the ground game as well. He knows his submissions.
I'd definitely like to see Josh still make the attempt, because right now he's getting picked apart a little bit on his feet. You don't want to spend the next 2 rounds getting picked apart like that.
We talk about how important the mental aspect of mixed martial arts is. How do you feel Barnett is doing mentally now, knowing that when he told us he thought that he was a better striker than Emelianenko, seeing that really that wasn't the case in the opening 10 minutes?
Well, I think Josh is smart. He realizes he's a thinking man's kind of guy. He's not going to stay in the fight and keep trying to push a pace that's not working for him. Staying on his feet is not going to work for him. I think we'll see him shoot a couple more times. Josh is a smart kid. Plus, he's got a great camp with Stitch and with Eric Paulson. They'll tell him for sure start trying to take it down.
Knowing Barnett the way you do, what do you recommend he do in terms of trying to set up the shot?
Use his hands to get inside as Alexander backs out, kick him in the legs, and then once he stops moving, take a real nice hard double leg shot.
Good sign of sportsmanship there from Emelianenko. They touch gloves to begin the second round. 5 minutes. Nice right there by Barnett, who again just comes straight ahead on Emelianenko. Nice body shot again there by Barnett. Finally goes downstairs with that outside low leg kick. Now Barnett's tasted success everywhere he's gone, a champion in the United States, former king of pancrase as well here in Japan, and now trying to establish himself as a force in Pride, but facing the obstacle, Alexander Emelianenko.
And let's not forget, the most important fact, he once broke my nose in training.
Oh.
Thanks, Josh.
There's Barnett with the takedown, as you called it, Trig.
Finally got a low body lock. As you can see, he had his arms, had a bear hug around his lower back, around Alexander's lower back. Oh, stepping right into a topside triangle. He might be able to sink this in. He's got to get his head up, though, and slips out of it. Josh is really, really good on top. It's amazing. All these heavyweights are really, really athletic. And in the positions they know him very well.
He is a submission specialist, now raining down some left knees to the head of Emelianenko, and exactly where Barnett wants to be following what was a frustrating opening 10 minutes. Looking to assert himself here on the ground.
Can't stay put here. He's got to keep moving. They're going to bring him back up to their feet. Josh has finally got this to the ground. He definitely wants to keep it here.
Drops a hammer fist to the side, and great movement by Barnett as Emelianenko tries to scramble.
He's got it locked. He's got it locked in. It's too straight, though. He's got to pull it back to his body. There it is again.
The key lock, and there it is. American, he tapped. He tapped. I think Emelianenko suffered some kind of an injury, but it's over just like that. Josh Barnett submits Alexander Emelianenko.
Well,
it took 1 minute 57 seconds of the second round. A reversal of fortunes, Trig. Josh Barnett is on his way to critical countdown absolute. Meanwhile, concern for the welfare of Alexander Emelianenko. Obviously, he must have felt something snap or pop.
Yeah, there was kind of a weird position. A part of it is too is that when you hit submissions in a mixed martial arts fight, when you hit them late, after you realize that your opponent's a little bit tired, the submissions are easier to control. They're easier to hit.
And looking at Emelianenko right now, it appears that he is actually in good physical condition. So you're right, he just, as you see, shaking hands now with Fyodor Emelianenko. Let's take a look back at what transpired here in the second round.
He really set everything up here earlier, getting Alexander tired, getting him to the ground, and then hitting these couple of knee strikes here on the ground before he shifts position. He misses one Kimura because he's in a scramble. It slips out a little bit, but he resets himself and gets right back into it. And see, it straightens out. Alexander does a good job of straightening out, counting, gets it back, but then he feeds it right back into the same spot. Josh keeps his head down.
With the Americana, and it looked there like he was motioning that something was wrong with his shoulder or arm, but instead it was just the fact that Barnett was able to cinch the submission via the Americana, and a disappointed Alexander Emelianenko makes his way back to the dressing room. Meanwhile, Josh Barnett never met a microphone he didn't like. The babyface assassin's got the stick.
I gave my last speech in Japanese, so this one goes out to the American fans. I've come to take this tournament. I'm back. I'm here to show that pro wrestling is the strongest in the world, and I'm aiming for one man. Fyodor, you are already dead. Omae wa mou shinderu.
Josh Barnett sending a message to the Pride World Heavyweight Champion in animated fashion and babyface assassin style there, Trig. And what do you think of his performance here tonight? Pulls out the submission victory, but it was tough sledding getting there.
Between Phil Baroni and Josh Barnett, I'm not sure which one has the better stick on the mic. I'm telling you what, these guys are great.
So Josh Barnett, victorious via Americana, saluting the crowd here at the Osaka Dome.
Putting into this Americana, slides the wrist, gets it out. Alexander straightens his arm out, does a great job of counting it the first time, but he never moved his hips on the bottom and just refed his arm again, and then Josh was just too good on top of the submission game for to get out of it twice. It's amazing how Josh moves on his feet and on the ground. For the size and body type, you would think he's not that athletic, but he's incredibly athletic. I had a great time training with him when I had my opportunity to do so, and he really can move that fast, that quick. He moves almost like a middleweight, even though he weighs 255.
So Josh, the babyface assassin Barnett, will join Mark the Samoan Monster Hunt and Fabricio Verdun, along with the Pride World Heavyweight Champion Fyodor Emelianenko, in the second round of the Pride Openweight Tournament coming up on July 2nd. It's Critical Countdown Absolute 2006, already just shaping up to be a very competitive event.
Were you surprised by him at all?
No, you see, that's the thing, is that I knew how damn tough he was. I knew that his hands were quick, hard puncher, good, tenacious. He had a lot of, openings and I won't call them weaknesses, just parts of his game that aren't really complete or that good yet. Because he's a young guy, but
how hard were those punches?
Well, pretty hard. But when you spar with Maurice Smith, it's pretty hard to get hit any harder than that. But he's the kind of guy that even where he has a weakness, he'll compensate for it by just trying his butt off, working his ass off, just not caring. He's not going to care if he's getting beat at a position. He's just going to get it out of there and win. And I know what that's like because that's how I was in the beginning of my career.
Did you feel you had the submission before we tabbed? Did you know you had it?
Actually, yeah. It's kind of funny like that you say that, but a lot of times when you know you got a submission, it's just sort of I won't say it's psychic, but it feels a little bit like deja vu. I mean, you just know that it's there. And the first time I tried for the top wrist lock, he defended it pretty good. He did a classic rollout, straightened his thumb, and I could have went for the straight arm lock, but I felt like I was a little too high on the wrist, low on the wrist. I'm like, all right, I'll just keep the position. I wanted to throw some more strikes, but he was loading up to try and get me to adjust position and try and flip me over. He likes to be kind of a brute on the mat, and he's big enough to do it, so who am I to tell him not to? But as soon as he brought that arm back up, he just brought it right back into my hands, and Billy Robinson, man, he's got me with like a a viper on that. I don't know. That's not a good analogy. But
that's all right.
Forgive me. I just got hit by a giant crazy Russian with a huge reaper holding a baby on his back. I mean, I think I deserve a little break. Anyhow, so I got a hold of that bad boy. He laid right into the perfect grip for me, locked it up, boom, and all of a sudden some nasty towel ripping noises came in his elbow, and I let go.
青コーナー195センチ103.2キロ
Alistair Demolition Man Overeem is 25, 6'5", 228 pounds, 6-3 in Pride.
194センチ110.6キロ
Sergei Haritonov is 25, 6'4", 244 pounds, 7-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. Boss, there is Haritonov's former teammate, the Pride World Heavyweight Champion Fyodor Emelianenko, who worked with Overeem in Holland on his ground and pound strategy. One of the most anticipated bouts of Pride 31, a bulked up Alistair Overeem and a bigger Sergei Haritonov.
Yep, 20-pound difference. But, you know, Alistair's got the reach advantage. I hope he's going to pick his shots. That's very important.
And of course, conditioning and pacing. Alistair Overeem coming out right away. Both of them test the waters with the strikes. We've said it. It's been well documented, boss. Alistair Overeem with all the tools, but conditioning has been his Achilles heel.
Yeah, he really should stay just out of his reach. Oh, look at this beautiful
nice
technique.
Down into side control.
Now he really has to pace himself. He cannot. He's got to take his time. Knee to the head.
Known for his famed knee strikes, of course, Haritonov, a Sambo champion in Russia. Comfortable from the bottom, but Alistair Overeem in good position now and delivering some elbows to the body as well.
Yep, to the spleen right there. He needs to stay in this position. He needs to pace himself. Knees to the upper thigh would be really good to do right now.
What about swiveling into north-south position with some knees to the head, boss? Is that effective at this stage, or is it still because of his heavier weight?
Yeah, but you know, I don't think that Haritonov is going to let him. He's going to stick his right arm up, and he says, no, north-south. I think Alistair really should concentrate now on throwing knees, really with the kneecap, to the thighs of Haritonov.
He's cross-facing Haritonov now. There's a knee to the head.
Nice knee again.
Against the long limbs, one of the taller fighters. Pride Fighting Championships at 6'5". In fact, not much of a height difference here.
He should cross-face him more, and he should put more pressure on, because otherwise the referee is going to come in and he's going to restart him.
And all Haritonov is trying to do here is hold him at close quarters, choke out any advantage that Overeem might try to achieve.
Yep, I'm telling you, knees to the legs. Underestimated.
Nice elbow to the body, driving the air out of Sergei Haritonov, and that has to take its toll, boss.
Yeah, but a guy like Sergei Haritonov, he's a tough guy, man.
And in the end, they're all human. No, but you're right. Coming from Russia, seriously working with the military. And let's not forget that Russian top team, that's where Fyodor Emelianenko cut his teeth in mixed martial arts.
Good knee there. And what you said before, those elbows are taking the toll, because Haritonov was started to defend them with his left leg.
There's some hammer fist delivered by Alistair Overeem.
He should cross-face him and get out. Push himself away from him.
And you could see they are taking their toll, because Haritonov now trying to lift his left leg there when Overeem was going back to the body with those elbows, but now it's another knee strike.
Good knee there.
Man, those elbows. And you can see the discoloring on the side of Haritonov's body.
Yep.
Just digging the point of the elbow into his rib cage area there, the spleen, as you mentioned, boss.
Yep, but he needs to do a little bit more work, I think, in order for the referee not to stand him up.
Of course, Alistair Overeem really coming into his own at the 2005 Pride Middleweight Tournament with a great showing as Sergey Haritonov did in the 2004 Pride Heavyweight Tournament. So each of these fighters still very young in their careers and lots of potential, boss.
Yeah, both great fighters. Alistair really, I'm telling you again, he should concentrate on some knees to the body. Bring that arm down. Make sure that Haritonov is going to defend it and then go for that nice knee though there.
Is Haritonov, looks like he may be cut, boss, after those series of knee strikes, maybe bleeding from the nose, the mouth?
Just the mouth of the nose, nothing big. That's why.
But one thing you have to be impressed with, boss, and followers of mixed martial arts and fans of Alistair Overeem, he is pacing himself, very methodical, not expending any unnecessary energy right now.
Which is a lesson that he took from the last fight he had against Mauricio Shogun.
And indeed, he had Shogun in his patented guillotine. Shogun now goes into full mount.
Look at this. Can he keep it, maintain it?
This is where Fyodor Emelianenko gave him some pointers in Holland.
Nice throw. Oh, the guillotine. No, right away back to the side. Beautiful. He should. Again, Haritonov, he should watch out now. Haritonov has the right arm underneath him, so he wants to try to escape the back door, although he's in the corner, so he can't. You see, he locked himself up in the corner. He cannot escape the back door now.
Things could not have gone better for Alistair Overeem thus far here in round number 1, bulking up to 228 pounds and now decimating Sergey Haritonov with a series of knee strikes to the head.
Yeah, but
midway through round number 1.
He should pace himself because Haritonov is blocking those shots.
With his face.
No, a lot of it. Yeah, now with his face.
It's over! Alistair Overeem has recorded the win over Sergey Haritonov!
Whoa! Unbelievable! What a victory!
At 5 minutes and 13 seconds, Alistair Overeem moving up to heavyweight for this fight with designs on being a part of the open weight tournament, records an impressive victory, to say the least, over Sergey Haritonov, the biggest win of Overeem's career.
I'm just amazed. I'm amazed. He really took it to the next level. He learned his lesson from last fight. He paced himself.
Fyodor Emelianenko, the Pride World Heavyweight Champion. This guy has a future as a trainer, I think, boss. He's helped out a couple of other people at Pride 31, and now he spent some time working with Alistair Overeem on the ground and pound, and obviously Fyodor Emelianenko becoming a good luck charm for other fighters in Pride Fighting Championships.
Wow, let's go back to the replay. Look here, he's got so much upper body strength, which he also showed it against his fight against Mauricio. Beautiful takedown right into the side mount. What a great job. Look how he get the mount, punching away. What a good job.
What can you say, boss? Sergey Haritonov never got off the launch pad. I mean, he was just ambushed, overwhelmed from the outset. Didn't even have an opportunity as Alistair Overeem simply overwhelming the Russian fighter.
Yep, the nickname Demolition Man suits him well.
Alistair Overeem realizing another one of his MMA dreams here at the Saitama Super Arena. Some will call it an upset. Alistair Overeem continuing his impressive showing off of what was a great middleweight tournament in 2005. There he is, standing tall, arms raised in victory. Alistair Overeem and the rest of his Golden Glory team celebrating as there you have.
Whoa.
Sergey Haritonov, and again, he is coming off a shoulder injury.
Yeah, it looks like his shoulder is popped out here. Look.
And it may have indeed been the case, boss, as he had that injury in the fight against Fabricio Verdun.
For sure.
And
we were talking about it this morning, remember?
About it. Yes,
and I told you, once the shoulder pops out, it's going to be very difficult to train.
青コーナー198センチ118キロ Emelianenko
Alexander's 25, 6'5", 259 pounds, 5 and 2 in Pride Fighting Championships.
194センチ111キロ Sergey Haritonov.
Sergey Haritonov is 26, 6'4", 244 pounds, 7 and 2 in Pride Fighting Championships until he dislocated his shoulder. He was, well, picked by many to be the next challenger for Fedor Emelianenko's world heavyweight title. Tonight, he makes his return against Fedor's not-so-little younger brother. And we'll have to wait and see if he can get through this obstacle first.
Ready, fight!
All right, fans, you can batten down the hatches and lock those doors. We could be treated to one of the most MMA wars. These guys love to slug it out, wasting little time in doing so.
Alexander Diaz, though, as the fight progresses, he'll start to drop his jab hand. In this case, his left hand. He'll start dropping down around his waist.
Nice right hand there by Emelianenko, and you see immediately Haritonov going for that single leg, now in the body lock. Emelianenko, though, for a guy 6'5", 259 pounds, I mean, he floats around that ring. His foot movement, his foot speed is unbelievable.
Both these guys, they're incredible foot speed and great motion. And it's amazing to see guys this size. I'm still in amazement seeing guys how big they are, moving their feet as quick as they do.
Both of them also with a background in Sambo. Nice left jab there, tagging Haritonov by Emelianenko. So if they do go to the ground, of course, they do have those submission skills as well as that right hand met its target.
Wow, you look at Alexander, he's starting to relax a little bit more because now he's knowing his straight punches are starting to land. He's taking his time, he's relaxing, his shoulders are dropped down, his arms are a little bit looser. It's when you start getting that feeling, you know you're starting to tag your opponent, you will relax and it makes it easier to fight.
Nice left again by Haritonov, or make that Emelianenko on Haritonov, but not following up, just a single shot there, Trig.
Now he's starting to connect with all these jabs. I like throwing some rights right behind it.
Haritonov, one of the best boxers in MMA, some crisp combinations. I think he is the best body puncher in Pride Fighting Championships. Maybe Takanori Gomi would have something to say about that, but for a heavyweight, he's tremendous.
And he throws them in bunches when he throws the body punches. He definitely throws 4 or 5 punches to the body all at one time as we had a quick mouthpiece break.
Emelianenko circling away, bouncing up and down on the balls of his feet. Nice inside low leg kick there by Haritonov, and there's a jab. Staggered Emelianenko.
Great job right to the full mount. He kept improving his position, looking to bring his hips up high, and it slid right to the mount.
He stopped him in his tracks with that straight right hand, and now with the full mount on Emelianenko, Sergei Haritonov, we saw him make his debut in Pride Fighting Championships of the very first Bushido, submitting an outclassed Jason Nobunaga. We know he's got submission skills, and now an opportunity to maybe test that ground and pound technique.
Sergei's a right-handed puncher. He needs to take his left hand and put it between his body and Alexander's face and get some separation. Now start to punch. Start to punch right now. You can't let him tie up on you like this because all you're gonna be able to do, unless you're gonna go to a submission. If you're gonna let the bottom guy tie up on you like this, you have